Okay, so there are so many ways that I want to start this video because this weapon has so many interesting things about it and I don't even know where to start. So I guess we'll just go right in with the fact that I've been using this a lot on stream and I don't have any footage of that because I wasn't recording it, I was just messing around. And a lot of people ask me, what is that weapon? Why are you using it? And do you have a video on it? And this is the video. So the Monsoon is basically a pocket minigun. I'm pretty sure this was like a machine pistol for the longest time. I don't think it was ever classed as an assault weapon, but it obviously got the hybrid option as it's now an SMG. So it is affected by, and I want to get the hero loadouts out of the way right away, by soldier loadouts, just like so, or you could use a pistol loadout, just like so. I will link my two videos in the description below on the best soldier loadout and the best pistol loadout, so you guys can mix and match however you choose. There are a lot of heroes that buff this weapon. You can use Beetlejuice or Hipshot or the whatever this guy's name is, Ranger Deadeye, and you can get the Outlander abilities like a Teddy, phase dash, and all that. Or you could use the minigun, grenades, shockwave. There are a lot of options to use this weapon, just like any other SMG. And it is also one of, if not the highest fire rate weapon in the game. Even with Sunbeam, it is a 16.2 fire rate. And I was looking at some of our other contenders down here, like whatever this is, the Viper and the Riptide, somewhere around here. Just some of these other higher fire rate SMGs. A lot of them hover around 12, and some as fast as the Viper shoot at about 15 base fire rate, whereas the Monsoon, or the Cyclone, I think, if it's purple, actually has a base 18 fire rate, which is super, super high, and that's why even as Sunbeam, this thing is getting scaled down to about a 16.2 fire rate, and that is so fast. As you can see on screen, this thing melts through its ammo. You need to recognize that I've got a 105 base magazine size, and I'm using Stars and Stripes Jonesy for assault ammo recovery, which means 31.7 whatever percent of my bullets are actually getting saved. There is some math to that. I'm not going to explain it too far beyond the fact that he saves 24% of your bullets, and then he can also save bullets based on the bullets that you've saved from that, and it just continues down that line. So you get an effective 31% extra mag size. So effectively, on average, I've got about 136 rounds that I can fire before I need to reload, and this thing just chews through it. That is about, I think it's like an 8 or 9 second time frame there. I can put the number on screen, not that it really matters, because, like I said, this thing is a pocket minigun. It has some spin up, and that's one of the reasons a lot of people don't like it. It's not entirely accurate. It does lose its accuracy for a decent bit there, and its range is pretty normal, about 3,840, which I think is about what the Sound Spectre is, and some other SMG class weapons all the same. And it's just a really, really, really fun alternative. I'm not going to say anything outlandish like this is the new best weapon in the game or the best unheard of weapon, but it kind of in a way is. I think this is one of, like I said, if not the highest fire rate weapons, and also probably one of the best weapons that everybody kind of forgot about. If you can deal with that spin up time and use it like a minigun, like you need to understand that when you are firing, and you need to make the most of that, and not stop shooting all the time, because that 2 or 3 second spin up at the start is kind of a slowdown. That's quite a bit of time where you're not shooting. If you can get used to that, it's a really, really fun alternative. And when it's shooting at 16 shots per second, this thing compares really well to like Silent Spectre, Bobcat, those other high-end, best SMGs in the game. Again, this isn't like any kind of replacement. I'm not saying anything crazy, but if you haven't tried this weapon out, I made it all gold for a reason. I know I got a lot of gold weapons, max player, yada yada, but like this one deserved it, and I really enjoy using it. Now, as for the perks on this, I've always said it in the past that like crit rate and crit damage on a base 10% crit chance weapon, fire rate and damage is comparable damage per second. And while that's true, I already talked about how fast this thing empties its magazine size, and because it's firing 16 shots per second, that is a lot of chances to crit, so you're going to smoothen out your damage really, really well. And if none of that makes any sense, then what it boils down to is the fact that crit rate and crit damage is perfectly fine to use on this. Magazine is certainly something you're going to want. Again, it's basically a pocket minigun. You want to be shooting as long as possible, and a 3-second reload is not great, but again, when you have effectively 136 rounds in your mag, 3 seconds every 9 seconds of firing is not bad at all. You might want to go reload speed, but again, because of the spin up to start shooting, this isn't a Silent Spectre. This isn't something that you're just shooting constantly and reloading whenever you want. This is the kind of weapon that once you fire, you gotta commit, and it's really, really fun for crowd clearing and just general play, even if it's not going to become my main weapon. I went energy because it's kind of just good all around. You can use whatever element you want. And then lastly, damage to slowed and snare just matches the 6 perk because, I mean, you just want it to match. If you have one with affliction, then you're going to want to have damage to afflicted targets, and if you have one with any other 6 perk, I might recommend holding out until you get one with either damage to slowed and snared or afflicted, because that extra 5th perk is a 45% damage buff that you're not going to want to miss out on. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, nice and short, on a weapon that you might have completely forgot about or didn't even know that you had. So if you're looking to have a little bit of extra fun tonight, I'd highly recommend checking out the videos in the description below, building a nice loadout for this weapon, perking it up, and giving it a go, even if it's only blue perks just to dip your toes in the water. Hope you guys enjoyed, have a nice day, and thank you for watching.